Yeah. Still not used to being surrounded by so much stuff. Whoa. Good to see everybody. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Microphone 900, Doofus Knife, Bundle Sprout, Junk Dog, Gearless Joe, Nomad. Still one of my favorite names to say. Skymer, good to see you. Destructive One. Marcel Tega, good to see you again. You can be as gone and then back as long as you like. It's just a click away. 2 hours a day. I did get a haircut. I got a haircut. It's shorter again. It's it'll get back to looking unruly, but for now, it's pretty normal. You look great, dude. Just saying that with all respect. Keep your fit clean. The way you look reflects on all of us in a very literal way. That's true. That's Chet. Glad that he's already making an appearance. CV Loves You also already making an appearance. Just single-handedly keeping the lights on in this studio. And now there's 3 times as many lights. The studio is now 90% lights. That's a strong quaff indeed. I got one of the strongest quaffs in the game. This hair takes a while to do every morning, just so you know. I gotta get this exactly right. And this is intentional, in case you're wondering. I like to have a little extra hair just kind of flapping off in the back. It's a look. It's definitely a look. Thank you, Dr. Cool. Good to see everybody. As mentioned many times in the previous episode, there's a new studio, but now without causing glitches. I had my crew work on it overnight to reduce the bandwidth of the studio, and now, as far as I can tell, smooth as eggs, baby. This is the kind of place you can drink water as much as you like. We'll see about that. That's a good point. It could all come crashing down at any minute. The whole place could catch on fire. But in the meantime, thanks to our top underwriters, CV Loves You, Tamtran Entity, 10,011, Street Marine, and I Worship Shadow, full of all of our recent subs, and a Microphone 900 for dropping all those bits on me all the time. Probably our top bit contributor, Microphone 900. I could probably find that out. And if it's someone else, apologies, but also not, because Microphone 900 gets a lot of bits. Yeah! Yeah! Let's, Hello? What's news? Let's do some news. What's going on in the news? Old shoes in the news. You know what's not old, though? I got a new contributor. I got a new newsman who says that he's ready to bring, in his words, seriousness and respect back to this station. I don't really know what that means because it's his first time on it, and I don't know if that's the thing we've ever had. But I hired him because he just, honestly, he looks great and he sounds smooth. So please welcome our newest co-anchor, I guess, Jeff Ripple. Jeff, thanks for joining us, buddy. It's great to be here. And it is my intention, stated clearly, to bring a little respect back to this news station, to take the news, to treat the news with a level of seriousness it deserves. That's going to be a rare verbal gaffe for me. I don't trip over my words. I step over my words confidently, and I stride towards excellence, and that's what I intend to bring to this network. You know? Hello? Got it. We're gonna get any repartee going? What's going on here? Oh, sorry, you've got a real look, man. Well, that's the name of the game. You've got to look the news if you want to do the news, and I look at the news every day, so I look the news every day. And frankly, you could look into maybe a little hair gel or something. Come on, buddy. Well, hey, I just don't have those natural lines that you do, man. Well, I've got a line for you, and the line is, shoes? Who chooses to wear these old shoes? Perhaps yous do's in the year negative 2002. Did you get a writer? No, that was in the prompter. Oh my God, we have a prompter? Yes, it's right there. My bad, I didn't know that. Chad Blackwell? Yeah. Your name is Jeff Ripple, though, right? Absolutely, Jeff Ripple. That's my name. Wear it out as much as you like. The news is here for yous to wear. Is rhyming a thing that you do a lot? No, I don't care to rhyme. Let's get into this important story. The oldest shoes. Did you know there was a time when humans didn't even wear pants? Yeah, I mean, I guess pants would have had to have been invented at some point. Indeed, and so too were shoes, and we've found possibly the oldest pair. Sandals buried in a bat cave in southern Spain may be the oldest footwear ever discovered in you. Can we move the prompter straight so that I'm staring down the barrel of the camera? No. Well, why? It is where it is, man. I don't know. It's just gonna look like I'm reading. Yeah, you're reading. What kind of news operation is this? Okay. Baskets, tools, and the sandals found in 19th century at a hunter-gatherer burial site in Cueva de los Murciélagos. I don't think you said that right. I did. I studied this before. I prepare. Cueva de Murciélagos. Probably better. A cave of bats? Is that what that is? You said you researched this. I did. The study used radiocarbon dating to date 76 items, including baskets of 22 sandals made of esparato, a kind of grass used in craft across the Iberian Peninsula and North Africa for thousands of years. It's, we kind of try to discuss things, so, you don't just have to read. What? Do you have any takes on this? For me, I would not prefer to wear a pair of shoes over 6 months old. Wow, only 6 months? Every 6 months, I just throw my old shoes out the window. What? Do you live in I hope you don't live up high. I live in a penthouse on the top of the tallest building. Don't do that, man. You're going to kill somebody. I'm sure someone would mention if they had. I'm Jeff Ripple. If I were to kill someone, that would be huge news. Sigma? This is fun. You have a chat? Yeah, we have a chat. Hello to chat. I am your newsman. And though I deliver the news to you, your opinions are formed by me. And so it is a reciprocal process. I don't think they need you to explain how chat works. Well, look, I'm used to traditional news. I'm just trying to keep an air of professionalism here. Well, can you just keep reading the shoe story? Old shoes. What's up with the old shoes? I'm telling you. Similar sandals found in Armenia are estimated to be 5,500 years old. That's as old as the dang pyramids. Yeah, that's banter. That's reaction, man. That's what we're looking for. Yes, okay. While the shoes worn by Ozzy the Iceman, a prehistoric man found in Italy in 1991, are dated to 5,300 years ago. That's not as old if you're keeping track. That's at least 200 years less. I'd say it's exactly 200 years less. But this also at least. The quality and technological complexity of the basketry makes us question the simplistic assumptions we have about human communities prior to the arrival of agriculture. If I misspeak, can you slap me? What? You've got to punish yourself if you don't stay professional on the news. So if I fumble a word, hit me. You just hit yourself, man. But I'll do it myself if I have to. Don't go easy on me. We need to make this place professional. You've spent too much money, Case. You've got to earn it back. I think he might have mommy issues. I don't have issues with my mommy. Martina Sevilla of Spain's University of Alcalá added that the Cueva de los Murciélagos was a unique site in Europe to study the organic materials of prehistoric populations. You really can't slap yourself every time you say something wrong. I will. The sandals have no laces, but some had a single braid fixed to the middle, which could be tied around the wearer's ankle. Similar sandals from later periods found across Europe were made with other materials, not just grass. Okay. Shoe grass. I didn't even know you could make shoes out of grass. Did you know that, Jeff? I did not. Grass shoes? I don't know about that. I'm not really on that whole wacky tobacco wavelength. Just slapped straight through your beard. That's how hard I have to slap myself when I misspeak. I don't think they're talking about weed, by the way. I think it's just shoes, grass shoes, because that's what was around. Listen, prehistoric man was a complicated creature. There were different standards back then. Me, I say keep that pot off the streets, keep it out of our kids' mouths, and keep it off their feet. Keep weed off of kids' feet? Yeah, we're not cavemen anymore. While some of the sandals showed marks from being worn, others were unused and could have been made for the dead, the study said. My God. Encasing the dead's feet in marijuana? Again, I think it's just grass. Part of the reason I hired you is I thought maybe I wouldn't get caught up in just general confusion over words. Is that going to be a thing with you too? I'm not confused in the slightest, but it does seem that you are. And now I'll check in with chat. Jeff Ripple's got me climbing that Kinsey scale. Well, the scales are tipped in your favor, in that I'm akin to ye. I don't really know who Kinsey is. It's the Kinsey scale. It's everybody's a little gay, basically. What? Where'd you hear that? I didn't know. I'm just saying everybody. Come on, man. Don't be that uneasy about it. Who said I'm uneasy? I'm as comfortable as it gets. And now I will continue to check in with chat. Excellent pronunciation, Jeff. You get a gold star. Thank you so much. What do I need to get more gold stars? I'll do anything. Microphone 900, do you have more? I'll take more. I'll pronounce every word so carefully. Case's glow up has gone too far. It's not. I can't claim that level of handsomeness. That's all Jeff. That's why he's a pro. Indeed, I had to train in the mountains of Kuala Lumpur to sharpen this chin to a razor's edge. Then, to push it over the edge, I grew an incredibly powerful and sexual beard. It's working for you, buddy. I think so. Thank you. And now to finish the story. Wait. Is he checking in with chat or chat with you, chat? I'm checking in with you. I want that to be clear. I don't support chat. Whoa, what's up with you and chat? We were on the same football team. Intramural for news guys. Technically, we still are, actually. We're just in the off season. Oh. And he's a real son of a gun. I mean, I don't know if I need even more tension on this news team. I didn't realize that was a thing. You could have mentioned that in the interview. That's fine, though. And now to finish checking with chat and to turn our attention back to the important issues of the day, which today is old shoes. Baby shoes never worn, more like ancient shoes reborn. Nice, man. Thank you. The cave once housed burial goods from a huge swath of early human history. And in support of the network at this time, it is my pleasure to announce that Urorex has been subscribed for 11 months. The news unto you, and unto you you return to us. A sub. Are you trying to sound like a preacher or a news guy? I'm not really sure. Well, anyway, that's how I'm gonna, anytime someone subs, I'm gonna really make a meal out of it. Okay, man, honestly, yeah, I'm fine with that. Returning to the news, the cave's lack of humidity and its constant cooling wind made the items here the best preserved plant-based tools found in southern Europe. The same conditions have led to a huge number of important archaeological finds in the Middle East, particularly in caves around the deep sea. And that's a hyperlink. And now we hyperlink click on it. And, what? Fix your ad software, man. You can't have that kind of thing on air. Continue. What? This hyperlink failed. Get this sorted out, man. That's just fine. You're just surfing the internet, dude. It happens. Can we just, let's move the teleprompter over. Let's get a producer. Don't you have a producer? Yeah, I got a dog. What? I got a dog that produces the show with his little paws. I'm just going to keep reading. The Bat Cave's treasures were discovered in the 19th century, but the new study is the first to fully shed light on their age and importance. Ceramic fragments, flakes of flint and quartz, a polished axe head, I'm punishing myself for messing up twice in a row. As well as an ornament boar's teeth and stone bracelets were found at the site, most of which are now displayed in museums in Madrid and Granada. Questions persisted over the dating of the items until the first radiocarbon dating tests back in the 1970s. Back when men were men and shoes were made out of cows. They're still leather shoes, man. Not if the hippies have their way. They'll have us all wearing hemp and grass and walking around with hobbit feet. Hippies have their... What decade are you from? This one. I'm a modern man. But I get upset that we're letting all of our values slip away. You did not mention a lot of this in the interview. Plant material cultures offer unique insights into the life of prehistoric societies. Lack of preservation has meant that perishable materials have not previously been extensively considered during archaeological research, the research team said in the article, that's a different article than the one that I'm reading. To clarify for the viewers at home, that was a quote. They can see it on the screen or just by context pick that up, man. Who says? Have you been reading the news for 10 years? You mean just reading any news? Then yes. What? Really? I've been doing it about 5. Before then, I mostly like picture books. Okay. And now to check in with chat. Phantom Spaceman says, Jeff, did you not know how Zany Bin is when you agreed to work here? I did not. I heard that there was a multi-billion-dollar studio being built and that was reported on the news. I did say that was a lie. What? Yeah, I did lie about how much it costs. But we're happy to have you. I assumed it must be a professional outfit based on those figures. Well, hey, I'm paying you, right? I think, yes? Yeah. Look, the studio seems nice. It smells great. And there's lots of screens, which to me suggests professionalism. I'm worried about the dog situation. You have a dog producer? I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm a dog producer. So, if that's a problem. Is that
a problem? Why did it take you so long to cut back to me? No reason. Well, it talks. I wasn't expecting that. That's fine. And now to continue my check-in with chat. There is an Indian, and CV loves you. He has forcibly conscripted, like the greatest generation of Americans, forcibly conscripted into a conflict of global nature. CV Loves You has been conscripting someone into the news, and that in this case is Mad Skirl. Mad Skirl, welcome to the news if you're here. Maybe they're here. I don't actually know how any of that works. Why not? Haven't you been doing this for a year or more? Yeah, I've been streaming for almost a year. And you haven't looked into how any of the metric stuff works or considered how to monetize the stream or grow it? I built... yes, you built a new studio? Yeah, I built a new studio. That seems like growth to me. What is this place? Where am I? Let's get back to the news. Apply for partner. Have you applied for partner? No. Well, what do you have to do that? To do that, what do you have to do? You gotta like click on a couple boxes. And you haven't done that. I say it's kind of because there's like you had to like link a YouTube channel, but it was kind of unclear which channel, because this channel's tied automatically to the one that just uploads the streams in full, but that one doesn't have that many views. So I got confused and then I stopped. What? That's a my bad. Just do. All right, we're gonna finish this story. Then I'm gonna march my ass down to your IT department. Don't have that. What? Who's running this place? A dog. I'm just gonna finish the story. 10 years later, the archaeological Manuel de Gonara y Martinez visited the cave and interviewed miners and villagers. Preserving tools is... I skipped a whole sentence. I'm gonna have to pinch my penis for that one. What? No, don't do that. I have to hold myself accountable, and I'm gonna pinch it hard. No skipping sentences. I'm gonna pinch it till it turns purple. That doesn't sound like a punishment, man. Is this just a thing? I'm being punished for doing the news wrong. And now we return. The original location of the tools is forever lost, however, robbing archaeologists of crucial context. Light one. That was a light mess up. The human remains were not recovered. Despite the mining activity, this assemblage represents one of the oldest and best preserved collections of hunter-gatherer basketry in southern Europe. The research team said in the article, again, to be clear, not the article I'm currently reading. That was a quote from a different article. I know it can break your mind to consider this. I think everybody gets it. And that is the story of the old shoes. I've got to say, they put some soul in that story. It's pretty good. Thank you. Okay. Well, hey, thanks. This is a great start. Honestly, of the newscasters I've had, that might have been the best start yet. You read the whole story. That's so rare. How is that rare? This is a news. The whole thing is news, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, and with that, was that story the right size for you? If not, we'll cobble together another one. Back to you, Case. Wow. Whoa, we got out of here so fast. God damn, they really just... I do actually have a trapdoor in the new studio. And you can just rocket out of here if you want. Does Jeff plan on attending AlphaCon? Jeff, can you pop into the satellite? It's just right over there. And I'll ask you a question. What? Do you plan on attending AlphaCon? I'm unfamiliar, but intrigued. Go on. I actually don't super know what that is either. I'm assuming a bunch of alpha guys go. Well, I've been told that's me. I mean, you've definitely got the look. Did anyone ever told you have big, watery eyes? What? He's got big, watery eyes, man. I have heard that before. But a compliment. Like deep pools that you want to lick. You've been told they want to lick your eyes? AlphaCon is an old backfeed bit? No, I think it's real. It sounds real. Yeah, I think it's real. It's definitely real. Yeah, we agree. Yeah, it's real. Well, hey, thanks and great job for your first story again. Well, it's not my first. I've worked at other news affiliates. That's why you hired me. Great first story on our thing. Yeah, great job being here. But thanks. And thanks to you. So look, I have to do therapy. What? Jeff, your time's done. I have to do therapy because you guys subscribed. You guys gave me a bunch of subs, and we crushed the goal into the dust by like 100 subs. Here's the thing. I've been seeing this therapist for a minute. They keep telling me I'm delusional. I'm just one guy in a big fake studio who's by myself. And I disagree. I think that they're just reading chat, is my contention about this therapist. I think the therapist is literally just looking at chat and reading questions in chat and passing that off as therapy while trying to tell me that I'm delusional. So, just so you know, that's what's going on. So I'm guessing if you put stuff in chat, the therapist will try to comb the depths of my mind using whatever you type. That's what I think is happening. The therapist claims that I'm just completely delusional and that they're just trying to break through to me or something. Anyway, with that in mind, actually, chat, can you hang out with chat for a second? I have to go down the street to the therapist's office, but I'll text you when I'm ready. I'm fucking stay ready. I'm honestly disappointed you got a new caster. If anything, you need to focus more on me. I use you almost every stream, man. But I could be on it even more, so I don't know why you're already like hiring out. It's just a little fucked up if you think about it. Like, I'm right here. I'm the most like, he's going the AlphaCon. I am the AlphaCon. Makes it sound like you're an AlphaCon man. I'll be any kind of alpha you want. Go to therapy, dude. You need therapy for the kind of way for the way you treat people. I think you indeed need therapy. You do indeed need therapy. Okay, my bad. Yeah, chat. What the fuck's going on? Give me that old track. Yeah, this is that fucking loop music. Actually, let's look and listen to something sick. Let's listen to like I've been getting into baby metal lately. It's where like some of the baddest like chicks you've seen just do fucking metal, and for some reason they call it, their name is like baby metal. So I'll just play that while I'll chill you guys for a sec. This is, let me show you this shit. This shit's crazy, guys. Look at this shit. Pace, get the fucking therapy, dude. What is he doing, man? Anyway, that's baby metal. I think it's pretty, for me, that's like right up my fucking alley. Anywho. Best single father of the year. Giggle Trash, that is so kind of you to say. Infinite Spaceman, I'm fucking doing good, honestly. Like, I'm doing fucking good. And, like, if you've heard otherwise, just know that, honestly, my ex-wife has a lot of incentives to talk bad about me. And that's not me talking bad about her. I'm just saying, like, incentives are a real thing. So, like, maybe don't always trust the source if someone tells you that, like, I've been fucked up. I've been going to, like, TGI Fridays until 2 a.m. Like, staying after they close and hanging out with an owner that I know. And just getting absolutely torn up, eating way too much salad, like eating so much salad that it becomes unhealthy. Just know that that's not true. Like, I don't even eat salad with dressing. So honestly, there's no limit to how much salad I could eat. I just want to set the record straight. So anywho, I just got a text from Case. I guess he's ready for therapy. I've never really been to therapy. Like, nothing against it. Like, I ain't one of those guys that's like, that like doesn't believe in therapy. But just like for me, like, I just don't need it. But, like, there's nothing against people who do. But, like, for me, like, I just wouldn't. But, like, nothing against people. Anyway, Case is in therapy currently or some shit. So let's send it over there. And at this time, I guess I don't have to do a sign-off. And that's a huge relief because, honestly, they're stressful as fuck. All right, Case in therapy. Okay. Thanks for seeing me again, Dr. Chat. It's Chath. Well, thanks for seeing me again, Dr. Chath. Chath? Chat. Okay, fine. Dr. Chat. So, look, I know you think I'm delusional, but I swear I really am on a Twitch channel. And there's a bunch of people in chat, and I'm putting on a thing for them. Well, you know, we don't have to talk about that right now. You ever considered the dryness of salad? What? Do you think all salads need to be wet? I don't think they need to be wet. Well, have you ever considered a dry salad? Yes. I mean, I think I'd prefer my salad to be. Well, how would you describe a salad if it's not wet? There's dressing on it, and the dressing makes the salad what? Dry? Well, no, it makes it, I guess, more lubricated. Lubricated. Interesting. Interesting. How about hot salad? That sounds terrible. Why? I mean, I think ideally at that point it would just be mixed greens. Why would they be mixed greens? Why couldn't it just be lettuce that's hot? If it's just lettuce, it's lettuce. It's not a salad. Really? So you think salad needs to have other stuff in it, or it's not worthy of being salad?
Add your lotion.
What? What did you just react to? Did you... So, Case, do you still suffer from PTSD from losing your best friend Kyle to the annals of space? Through his ass? Through your ass? Okay, if you know that that's a thing that's happened, then you know that I'm on a Twitch channel. You can be wherever you want to be. I'm asking you if you're still suffering from PTSD. No. Well, why not? Well, what? Am I required to suffer from PTSD? Well, you lost your best friend. And in a really traumatic way. It's kind of just this is kind of a thing that I did. It's not like an actual problem. Interesting. You don't think your friend dying is a problem. I'm just more confused which level of conceit you're operating on. Interesting that you'd use the word conceit. Well, let's return to salad if I've touched on something that's too touchy to talk about. It's not too touchy, it's just kind of abstract. Do you think salad could be the best thing that ever happened to microwave cooking? No! I already told you, I think hot salad is gross. And I'm curious why. Because it's going to be floppy and hot. You want crunch in your salad. Why do you need crunch in your salad? I submit to you that if you cook a salad, you've basically just made mixed greens, but with only salad. Well, how is it mixed greens if it's only salad? Hello, first time chatter. Who did you just react to? Candace, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm in therapy with a therapist that claims I'm not in front of chat currently, but his name is literally Dr. Chat. Chat. I just wonder, what do you hear when you eat beans? What do I hear when I eat beans? If I'm watching something, like I feel like if I'm eating beans, I must be alone. Why do you say that? I don't know. It's just like, I don't feel like if I had someone over, I would make them beans. What if they want beans? Well, then I would. I'm just saying, I said that to say, like, probably what I hear is a show. If I'm eating alone, I'm probably watching TV. Why are you watching TV if you're eating? Because it's just a way to occupy the time, so you're not just sitting there listening to the sound of yourself eating beans. Is the activity of eating beans boring to you? Yeah, I would say most people would agree that eating beans isn't that exciting. So interesting. You feel like you need to occupy your day with excitement at all times. No, it's just, TV's not that exciting. It's just, are you afraid to be with your own thoughts? I would argue I'm definitely not. I'd say I've proven regularly that I probably enjoy being with my own thoughts too much. Do you feel like you need to punish yourself for being with your own thoughts? Here's my question for you. What do you shout at your penis? What do I shout at my penis? In the bathroom earlier, I heard a phrase emoted from the bathroom. Do you shout "come harder" at your penis still? That's a bit that Chet does. And who's Chet? Chet's a Ex-football player now does the news. What? You're on a news thing right now. We're in therapy right now. I don't shout "come harder" at my penis. Okay. How does that make you feel? How does what make me feel? Not shouting "come harder" at my penis? How does that make you feel? I guess it doesn't, because I don't do it, it doesn't make me feel any particular way. I don't. Are you lying to me? Do you lie? I don't, outside of the stream, shout "come harder" at my penis. So you only shout "come harder" at your penis in front of your viewers. Do you need to be seen shouting it for it to feel good? What are you trying to figure out? You're very defensive. Have you been told that before? You're very defensive. I wouldn't shout "come harder" at my penis if it wasn't for an audience. That is true. Wow. Interesting. Interesting that you need to be seen shouting that. Otherwise, you feel like you can't. Do you feel like you need permission? I guess it just doesn't, I don't feel like there'd be a reason to if it wasn't to entertain others. Do you think other people are entertained by you shouting "come harder" at your penis? I guess ideally, yes, I do. Yeah. Okay. Do you think it strengthens the stream? You're agreeing there's a stream. I didn't specify which stream. Are you asking me if I think it strengthens my cum stream? How do you take the word stream? To me, in that context, I think you mean a Twitch stream. But your head went to cum stream, which aren't even words that people usually put together. If anything, it's a blast. A blast? I don't know if most people think they cum blast. Well, how would you describe coming? As coming. But how would you describe the motion of the liquid? Honestly, if anything, it's more like a basting. You seem to conflate food and sex a lot. I don't know if that's actually true. Well, I don't know if it's true either. Do you think it's true? No. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think if you were in an Applebee's and you shouted "come harder" at your penis, the other diners would appreciate that? I think they definitely wouldn't. I think I'd get kicked out. But you seem to think people enjoy hearing that. I wouldn't do it in an Applebee's. I wouldn't do it outside of the context of being in a controlled environment on a many layers of abstraction entertainment product. Well, why are you using quotation marks? Do you think you're not entertaining? I'm not sure what you're asking me. Cake or butthole? Cake. You don't like butthole? I do like them in the right occasionally. What do you like about them? I'm just saying I have nothing against buttholes. Like, they're an important part of a person. You said you liked them. Do you like toes? Well, are you asking me if I like them sexually or just if let's just, say I like butthole is a big statement. Why is that a big statement? It's just not a thing. I'm in therapy. I thought I was supposed to talk about this kind of stuff. So you like butthole. I'm saying, sure, a nice butthole's great. So, all the holes that we got are to be celebrated. Wow. Why are you laughing when you say that? Do you think buttholes are difficult to tell the difference between a butthole and a cake? I don't think that would be hard at all. Why do you think it's so easy? Because one is a big food. The other is a body part. Have you ever stuck a banana in your butthole? I have not. What, you had to think about it? I did have to think about it. But I haven't. You know, a friend of mine used to have a girlfriend whose kink was for him to use a turkey baster and remove his seed from her nether regions and then put it into his cake. Is that too much for you to hear? No, I mean, that's pretty kinky. I don't know why you're telling me that. I'm just trying to, does it make you uncomfortable? I just feel like I'm being interrogated. Well, why? I'm just asking you questions. I'm just noticing a lot of hostility from you. From me? Okay, I'll try to chill out. Oh, wow. Okay. I feel like your questions are a little aggressive. I feel like I can't say the right thing. You're not saying anything wrong. This is it's right behind you. What does it say behind you? It's a safe space for everyone. Have you ever slarped into a slarm charm? This is just references to things I did at G4. Are they? Are you going to answer aggressively? They're just, yeah, I did. That's reference to a sketch with Adam Cole. And have you ever slarped into one? I guess in the context of that sketch, yes. Although it was more abstract. It's kind of intentionally vague as to what any of that meant. Do you feel like when you make a little sketch, you got to explain it? Because people aren't smart enough to get it? You asked me, man. You asked me. You asked me. You think people aren't smart enough to get snarping dudes snarping? I'm sure anyone could get that. Tell me more about this supposed G4. Oh, we've talked about it so much. Who's we? Just, you know, like everything I've done for the last year, it comes up. So I don't think I need to get it too into it. Well, why not? You're in therapy. You know, it was a revival of a network that was around in the mid 2000s, and it lasted for about a year, and then it didn't work out. And how does that make you feel? It seems like maybe that makes you feel something, and you don't want to talk about it. No, I mean, it's just been it's honestly okay. Is it? Yes. Then, but is it? Yes, it is. It really was fine. But is it? Where is the G4? Is it in your head? If you had to put it in a place. It was on the internet. It used to be on cable. And now, yes, it is in my head and a select few others' heads. The occurrences that happened there. Why are you laughing? Because it's an odd question. Where is the G4? It was a network. Was it? It was at least at one time. Okay. But is it? Is it what? Is it a network? No, it was. For how long? It depends on who you ask. Some people say the first time and then a little less the second time. Why would they say that? Because it had less stuff on it. Case Blackwell. Yes. Yes? Was more G4 than anyone. How does that make you feel to hear? I don't know what that means. Do you not? I don't know. I don't know what that means. But what does it mean? I can't actually find any evidence that this G4 revival ever happened. There was no promotion for it. And I don't know who would spend that much money to promote it. Sorry, spend that much money and not promote it. Because you're claiming it was a large media enterprise, millions of dollars, potentially $100 million sunk into it. I don't know if it was $100 million. I'd say for the attempt to start a network, they didn't spend that. They did spend tens of millions. But they honestly probably need to spend more if they wanted to launch a network. They might have spent 100 million. I don't know. You don't know how much they spent? It seems like you know a lot about it. Well, I worked there. And how does that make you feel? That I worked there? Again, I feel like I'm at peace with it. It was honestly a good job, and it got me a lot of other jobs, honestly. What are these other jobs? Honestly, I can't talk about like half of them. Why not? Just because of weird IP stuff with, and just, you know, some creators don't want you like mentioning a video that hasn't come out yet. And which creators would those be? I just told you I can't. Why can't you tell me you're in therapy? In front of a bunch of people. Oh. Was Gus Johnson ever real? I don't know if we should talk about that. And why not? I don't know if he still has an active public profile. And why don't you know that? He was a big part of the launch of G4, wasn't he? Well, yeah, for a while. And then let's move on. Interesting. Between G4, this stream, and you and Applebee's bathrooms, which stopped playing the most? Sorry, can you repeat the question? 3 things here. G4, this stream, and an Applebee's bathroom. Which one doesn't play the most? Which one of those doesn't play the most? I mean, G4, it doesn't exist anymore. Interesting. But you mention it a lot. It doesn't exist? It's referenced a lot. It's in the past. You're getting defensive. Oh my gosh. And there it is again. Okay, my bad. So G4 doesn't play the most? Well, yeah, because it got canceled. So it can't play anymore. It can't play anymore? I don't even know what play means. I never knew what it meant. Interesting. I thought you never stopped. But what does that mean? It's so vague. Why is it vague? Do you not play? Do you stop playing? I guess it was meant to be like a reference to a game, but it just sounds so corporate that to me it always felt kind of like a non-statement. However, I understand that for marketing purposes, you got to put something on a fucking poster. But to me, I don't know, it felt a little grasping. Grasping at what? Its own legacy or something, or a sense that it was, I don't know, it's a fine catchphrase. It's kind of funny in context. Why is it funny? Because it got canceled. Do you play too much? How long is this session? You got as much time as you want. I'm good. It's another 10 minutes. 10? How long have I been streaming? How long have you been streaming? An hour. I just don't know how long people can put up with this. And what people would those be? The people watching. And who's watching? The Twitch people. Who are these Twitch people? They're the chat that you're reading. I can tell you're reading it. Interesting. I'm just going to write that down. You're making eye contact with me while you write. How much is this? It's $400 an hour. Oh my God. Do the faces of people you tactically execute plague you? I don't tactically execute people. Interesting. I have video of you saying that you tactically execute people. I've heard you even claim it in a rap. But you don't. Those are jokes. You think it's funny to tactically execute people? Well, the idea of turning a gun sideways isn't very tactical. That's what's funny to me. If, hypothetically, a viewer named Giggle Trash were to gift a sub to Halo Crown. How would that make you feel? That'd make me feel great. I mean, you think that's a thing that really happens? I think that just literally happened. Interesting. Why is that? I mean, it's nice that he would do that. That's interesting. Interesting. What? I'm just hypothetically, if a Twitch viewer, this Twitch you keep referencing, the thing you're on, take it easy. Hypothetically, if a viewer named Tamtran were to gift out 5 community subs, how would that make you feel? That'd be incredible. I would say thank you, Tamtran. That's incredibly generous. Thank you so much. Do you feel like you need Tamtran's approval? I would like to have it, sure. Why would you like to have it? Because I hopefully, if someone's watching this, they don't feel like they're wasting their time. You think someone's watching this, they don't feel like they're wasting their time? No comment. This is therapy. This isn't a press conference. Do you think Phantom Spaceman is a figment of your imagination? Why are you laughing? I'm not. Okay, come on. Now you're gaslighting. Interesting. Do you feel like you weaponize therapy speak? Do I feel like You're being defensive. I try not to. Okay, you've spoken in the past about this hype train that supposedly destroyed the city of Cleveland. Clearly, Cleveland is still around, and that's a delusion. So I guess my question would be, what do you have against Cleveland? I don't have anything against it. That one I refuse to take back. The hype train wants to destroy Cleveland. Really? Yeah, the hype train has an insatiable thirst for hype, and that hype powers it to barrel towards Cleveland at incredibly dangerous speeds. A train? What if that hype train were to get close? Hypothetically, oh my god. If Entity 10,011, a Twitch viewer, were to gift a sub to None of USA, None of Us Are Real, how would that make you feel? It feels good whenever that happens. I'm really happy when people sub. It's very nice, and I appreciate it. So you think the thing that makes you happy is other people's approval? You know what? Honestly, yes, to an extent. And do you think that's healthy? Do you think that's healthy? Well, I asked you first, actually. It's interesting. It's actually a defensive tactic to just launch questions back at
you.
people.
Sweet biddies deep inside me. I love it.
I do think that, humans are social creatures and that meaning is found outside of the self. And you don't need everyone's approval, but if you exist on an island in your own mind, even though you could argue that we all do, I think that's an article of faith as much as anything else. So yes, I do think it is healthy on some level to desire approval from other people. And how does that make you feel? What? Just curious how that makes you feel. It's just that it was kind of a long sentence that I said. I don't really know how to parse it into well, that makes me feel X way. I'm arguing that the only way to feel anything is largely in comparison to others. Otherwise, you'd be kind of just a creature of raw nerves. What if I told you there was a hype train right now? Well, you said that as a delusion. Do you feel like you see a hype train right now? I don't. I mean, kind of, a little bit.
Do you feel like there's a hype train right now? Are you seeing a hype train?
Well, look, there is a hype train right now, and you are it.
Interesting. I'm actually Dr. Chat.
Look, I'm not trying to be combative, but and there's the music, so you are actually a hype train.
Well, and interesting. What makes you think that I'm a hype train?
You're a train, and there's a bunch of subs coming in because there's currently a hype train.
And how does that make you feel?
Well, honestly, it makes me feel hyped.
Why does that make you feel hyped? A train? Why would a train make you feel hyped? What about a train gets you hyped?
It's a hype train.
So, if Ooge was to gift out a community sub, that would get you hyped?
Yeah, that is getting me hyped.
Okay, what if Entity 10,011 were to give out 5 community subs?
That's a ton of subs. I mean, again, every time someone drops a 5, they drop the big resub. They've been watching me for months. That all feels really good. Hype train. You're the hype train. You should know.
Well, that's interesting because I'm actually Dr. Chat. But you're seeing me as a train.
Yeah, you're a train.
What about me as a train?
You're the shape of a train. You're belching smoke out of your little choo-choo chimney.
What if I told you that I was actually a doctor?
And that everything that you're seeing.
Is not really happening. And then I'm a doctor. Not a hype train!
Then I definitely am losing my mind because I legitimately see you as a train. And frankly, you're kind of acting hyped. You just hyped out, train.
Well, what I actually did was I asked you. Do you feel like you have any close friends?
What?
Do you feel like you have any close friends?
Yes, I do.
Why does that make you laugh?
It's just a weird question. And you're a train, and you're hyping up, and you're trying to do therapy on me, and it's confused.
Well,
actually,
I'm a doctor. Actually, I'm a doctor.
You're a train. What's that? You were a train. You're a hype train. You were a hype train at 69%. Nice.
Why'd you just say nice?
Okay, your voice is hype training a little bit. So you are a hype train.
What do you mean?
You're back to being a hype train.
What if I'm a doctor?
What if you're claiming you are? I think you're just a hype train. You're trying to fuck with me.
And how does that make you feel?
How does what make me feel?
The thing you just said.
I feel confused about it. It's hard. It's honestly hard to do the mental mapping here of what I'm even reacting to.
How do you feel that? If the hype train were here, it's at 69% nice.
I feel nice about that. Obviously, if it's at 69%, that's nice.
Nice.
Thank you. I agree. That's nice. So you've been seeing me as a train. You were a train, and there was a bunch of hype music playing. Honestly, it should still be playing because the hype train is still active. It is playing now. Did you start it because I said that? I didn't start anything. What if the hype train is inside you? I would argue the hype train is inside all of us. Well, what if you just read that off chat? You told me there isn't a chat, and that's a delusion. But are you reading it off of your delusional chat, or is that a thing you actually believe? Do you believe that there's a hype train inside of you? I think all of us are capable of getting hyped, for sure. How hyped? Depends on the circumstance. What level of hype would you say you're currently at level 4. How many levels are there? They can go up and up and up, honestly. What if I told you? What if I told you in this hypothetical scenario that the hype train was successful at 14 subs and 100 bits? Well, technically, it's always successful. If it happens, it's a success. If there's one sub, it's a success. It's a very arbitrary metric to gamify subbing and, to give the streamer something to react to encourage subs. You don't feel like the hype train earns those subs? It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick to get subs to come in. I mean, I think people might sub that much anyway, but it's a useful tool to like condense where subs come in to like a little hype moment thing, a hype section of the stream. That's the purpose of it. Do you feel like the hype train needs a purpose? I mean, yeah, it's a gimmick on Twitch. What if I told you that the subs were still coming in even though the hype train's over? Well, you're telling me that that's a delusion, so I don't know how you'd know that. But just hypothetically, what if on your stream, Zen Master Ben gave out a community sub? How would that make you feel? You know it would make me feel good. I keep telling you this. What if CV Loves You gave out 5 community subs? Well, that's CV Loves You's the craziest one of them all. CV Loves You showers, honestly, the entire cream team in subs all the time. It's basically like our, the patron saint of cream at this point. The patron saint of cream? Yeah, I mean, that one's true. You're not going to convince me that that's not true. Did you know they don't use straitjackets anymore? Okay, why are you telling me this? Apparently it's unethical to force someone to hug themselves for hours on end. I mean, that sounds like a relief. I don't want anyone to be in a straitjacket. Would you not want to be in one? No. It's like a manacle. It's an imprisonment. You think hugging yourself is an imprisonment? You just agreed with me, technically, with the fact you supposedly quoted, which was in chat, by the way. I submit that you're just reading chat. Okay, we all know you think I'm reading chat. This chat that you keep talking about. I'm asking why you're afraid to hug yourself. I just don't. What does that mean? Why would you hug yourself? Why wouldn't you? I thought you said we had 10 minutes left. It must have been. It must have been 10 minutes. There's 5 minutes left. It's been 10 or more. My clock suggests that you still have 5 minutes left in your session. It's 3. I thought this session was scheduled for 2:40 to 3. Who would schedule a session like that? Who would schedule a session from 2:40 to 3:05 PT? You're being defensive again. Okay. Do you want to hug yourself? It might make you feel good. It could improve your self-esteem. You seem to have a really low opinion of yourself. I would suggest that this stream suggests otherwise. But I'll hug myself. Fine. Look. That's a coffin pose. Do you think a hug is the pose that they put corpses in coffins? Look. I'm a thick guy. I can't hug myself that deep. You can't hug yourself deep? Why don't you go ahead and hug yourself? I'll do it for you. Come on, hug yourself. Hug yourself. I'm doing it. Tighter. Hug yourself tighter. I'm hugging myself as tight as I can. Hug yourself tighter. Hug Hug yourself tighter. I'm hugging. Man, are you feeling relaxed? Hug yourself tighter. I'm doing it as tight as I can. Tighter. It's too tight at this point. Why is it too tight? How does that make you feel? It feels like I'm just crushing myself, man. Is that what you want? Is that making you feel good? This jacket is just too tight to hug myself well. The jacket's the reason you can't hug yourself? Yeah, honestly, I'm doing it pretty tight. How tight? Real tight. How tight? Pretty tight. Okay. Did you want to shout come harder during that? In context, a little bit, because it felt like the what? It felt like the energy. Okay. Well, that's all the time we're gonna have for today. It's only been 3 minutes. There's a clock right on the screen. Is there? What screen is that? The one we're both on. We'll keep working on this next time. Okay. Thanks for having me. I guess I'll get out of here. And there he goes. And I'm looking out my window. And he's getting into his car. It's a really cheap car. And he's driving off. And I'm all alone. Just talking to myself. Okay. Time to do the thing where I stare straight ahead and don't blink. This is therapy. And it feels good. Feels good. Woo! Jeez. Sorry, guys. Therapy went a little longer than I thought it would. I know it's a little unprofessional to take my therapy sessions in the middle of a stream. It's hot in here now. I left the door open. All the AC ran straight out of here. Anyway, guys, what I talk about in therapy is confidential, so I can't really... I'd love to break it down with you, but I kind of can't. It's just supposed to be between me and the therapist. Maybe I'll check in with that therapist. I'm supposed to see them weekly, so maybe I'll check in with a therapist once a week. I mean, the therapist said that I have to check in with them once a week, and that I owe it to myself, so... I don't want to be one of those guys that's against therapy. I don't want to chat out on you guys. I never said I was against therapy. I think you absolutely need it. I think everyone can benefit from it, except me. Why except you, Chet? I just don't need it. Fiona's dog, how are you doing?
I'm feeling good. Can I go to therapy? I don't
know if there's dog therapy, actually. Sorry. Why isn't there
doggy therapy?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, there probably is. Actually, now that I say it out loud, there's almost certainly someone that will. If there's dog psychics, there's probably dog therapists.
Can I go to one?
Ask your owner.
Okay, I'll ask Fiona when she picks me up.
Great. And we will probably vote on you at the end of the stream.
That's fine. I don't really get what I do anyway.
Okay, well, don't. You produce the show. You're doing it right now.
Am I doing good?
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Oh, I'm being a good boy?
Yeah, you're being a very good boy. Good producing. Good boy.
Yay.
Okay. Oh. Whoa. Oh, no. My arms are being cut off. Oh. Check in with our top underwriters. CG Loves You, Tamtran, Entidaddy, Street Marine, I Worship Shadow. Welcome to our recent subs. Vamana, Ninja Schwa, King 1969, I'm Stoic, and Dragon. Are those people watching? Hard to say. They could have been forcibly conscripted into the news. Randomly pulled in from Twitch. But I'll thank them anyway. Whoopsie. Van Man, good to see you. Glad that you got a sub. Honestly, just I don't know how it works when we get subs over the amount of people watching. But Van Man, it's good to know that not only are you on the board, you're in the chat. Yeah. What do you say? I was gonna say let's do something to tether ourselves back to reality, but that's honestly easier said than done here at the Bin Studios. It's a tenuous grip we have on our own sanity around here. Well, absolutely why I need therapy. So I don't really know where to go for a release valve of any sort. So I'll say, why don't we throw it to a debate? I also like to remind everyone that if you like, you can technically plot the course of this ship yourself and demand a segment. Always happy to pay off any segment demands. Whoa, does this move slightly? Whoa, it does. But in the meantime, let's have the boys debate something or other. Chat's choice, or if you drop those channel points in, you can pick the debate subject. Oh, shit. We've actually... Dog therapist for Fiona's dog and his abandonment issues. Interesting. Okay, we can make that happen. It's gonna look a little janky, but we can make that happen. Okay, it's time for dog therapy, actually. Therapy dog, Fiona's dog, you're actually set up.
Oh, really? I get therapy?
Yes, but it's gonna be only about 5 minutes of therapy because I don't wanna test people's patience too much.
That's all I need is the 5 little minutes of therapy.
Okay, great. Let's send it back to the therapy studio. There's actually Dr. Chat has a brother that I've been told looks a little like me. And his office is actually configured the exact opposite of his brother's office. It's on the other side of the wall. So we'll throw it over there. I hope you're ready for some serious therapy dog. Sorry, Fiona's dog. About to be a therapy dog. Let's send it back to the therapy station. It's time for dog therapy. Wow.
Wow, it's exciting to get therapy. Normally, people just talk to me like I'm a little dog, so they're like, ooh, or, oh, are you sick? So it's good to get to talk about my feelings.
Sorry for that. So you're a dog?
Yeah, I'm a little dog, and Fiona's my owner.
Is Fiona your owner?
Yeah, she took one look at me and she knew.
Well, how do you know that she knew?
You can just tell as a dog when a human claims you.
Well, it's just she's said many times that she's not your owner. And she's never picked you up.
Yeah, but she's just real busy because she's a TV an internet personality. She's on Twitter.
And they think that makes her too busy to pick you up.
Well, she's definitely busy.
Okay. Do you think? Ask the dog. Okay. Do you think, like your owner, that you have a nephew?
Yeah, I probably have. I was part of a litter. My mommy dog had a sister dog that had another litter of dogs. I'm a street dog.
Oh, you were on the streets.
Yeah, I was a little street dog. Just scrapping around on the streets. Everybody's saying, look at that little guy go. Oh my God, what's wrong with its skin? It's so cute.
Okay. Fiona said the nephew was never there. Oh, Jeremy Renner.
What? Who are you talking to?
Chat.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Do you know who Jeremy Renner is?
Yeah, he's a Devenger.
Okay. And how does that make you feel?
I like the Avengers. They do the boom bangs and they kick, and then they fight aliens. But honestly, it's a really complicated universe with a lot of backstory, and it's really deep.
Okay.
Are you gonna ask me anything else?
I'm just waiting.
For what?
You're from the streets. Do you feel like the king of the road?
No, I mean, the streets were never mine. If anything, they were cruel and rejected me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why do you think they rejected you?
Because of my skin and the way I look.
How does that make you feel?
You know, I think that you can be so ugly that you're cute. And I think I hit that mark.
So you think you're a cute dog?
I think I'm a dog that's so ugly that they're cute. It comes back around.
Well, how about the fact that you're a human-sized dog?
I'm a little guy. I'm not human-sized.
Well, based on the aspect ratio and the way you're filling the screen and the framing, it seems like you're the exact same size as me.
But I'm actually a little guy who's tiny.
Do you think one of the things that people might find unsettling about you is that you're always sitting up like a human?
Well, I'm a cute little dog sitting up like a human in a chair.
Just feels like you have full shoulder blades, like a human.
No, I've got a little dog body.
You've got chest hair.
That's dog hair. And dogs have chest hair.
You're being really defensive.
I'm sorry.
Are you jealous of Cam and all the attention Fiona is giving to a cat instead of you?
What?
There's a cute cat that is at Cassim's house now, where you've never been.
I'll go eventually.
And Fiona loves it. She thinks it's great.
What?
She thinks the cat's really cute, and she loves the cat, and it's not even hers.
When did this happen?
It's been happening for weeks. 8 weeks.
She can have more than one pet. That's fine. Honestly, I'm glad that she's taking care of something.
She's not. She just pops into the room and she's like, I want one of those.
Oh, well, that sounds like her then.
She's like, I'll take one, but then she didn't.
Oh, okay. What?
Just wait. Well, I mean, same question to you. What? This will be my last question for you. You're almost at 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, we only have 5 minutes.
If you're really Fiona's dog, why don't you have a name?
My name is Fiona's dog.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. I'm Fiona's little cute guy. And she loves me, and she's gonna come pick me up real soon.
And how does that make you feel?
Honestly, for some reason, it makes me feel so empty. Like I completely hollowed out. Like when you suck all the cream out of a Twinkie, and you're like, now I just have kind of a wet piece of manufactured cake left that I don't even want to go near. Just a wet, corn syrup infused bread, completely empty.
Did you see what just happened?
No?
Okay, well, that's all the time we have. Thanks. You can go.
What?
That's how I end my sessions. I say, you can go.
Oh, okay. Thanks for having me. I hope
Fiona's dog got whatever it was looking for out of that. I'm sure they did. It did. I don't know if Fiona's dog has a gender. And you know, I'm not going to ask. Because it's not important. How does it make a cute little guy feel that Fiona's a lesbian who doesn't like any little guys? Damn. That's maybe the harshest question of all. some kind of helium leak. I know. Occasionally, I do slurp a little helium by accident, just in the air, if it hits my throat wrong.
And then I'll sound like this for a sec.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to do a Fiona's dog impression. That would be offensive. Let's send it to Munch and Crumb. I don't know what they're debating, but I bet they're done to debate something, and they'll probably pick it out of chat. It's Munch and Crumb time. Finally, you know what doesn't care about your feelings? Everyone, if you're talking about this fucking loser to my left. Some facts care about your feelings. For instance, the fact that this man is a piece of fucking trash. Talk about a creamless Twinkie. That's what I sit next to every fucking day. And I feel gross about that. So that fact does in fact care about my feelings. And I don't give a shit how that makes you feel. I'm goddamn Ralph Munchcut, and I'm sitting next to a piece of human garbage. That wasn't about you, Fiona's dog. I didn't know that you snuck in there. That was so mean to say about Fiona's dog. That was so mean. I wasn't trying to say that about you fucking ass, you goddamn mutant. You think you can get away with this? Sneaking a dog in at the last minute to absorb my ruthless barbs? How could you start a fucking debate off this way? Absolute disgrace. Whatever the outcome is today, which will be me winning, just know that's 10 points from Gryffindor, which is well, you're not Gryffindor. You be fucking Hufflepuff. Let's be real. You're Hufflepuff. What's wrong with Hufflepuff? Probably their biggest problem is that you're in it. You're a Huff. The real reason you should feel bad if you're in Hufflepuff, granted, they're kind of like, they kind of got like a whimsical, like they garden. What? They're like, you know, like kind of like a whimsical, they got like a hippie gardener vibe. And that's kind of, you know, that's just not that exciting. But the real reason they should feel bad is because you would definitely be in Hufflepuff. Maybe I'd be in Ravenclaw. Well, we can all agree you wouldn't be in fucking Gryffindor. Where the winner's table is, where I'm sitting, right at the long table, I'm in fucking Gryffindor, baby. Well, I don't really want to be in any of them, given some of the stances taken by the creator of that particular intellectual property. Not interested, so I'll be in Nufflepuff. No thank you, Puff. I'm not trying to come down on fucking J.K. Rowling's side. I'm just saying you're fucking gross, you're a loser, and you'd be in the worst one. Noted. Okay, I feel like the camera's a little tight on me today. Is there any way we can ease off on me just a little bit? Just a tad? Is there any way? Could I be a little less gigantic? So I'm just adjusting in my seat. That feels better to me. That feels a lot better. I think you're too small now. Not one the same size as you. Okay, well, look, whatever. His head is looking extra gelatinous today. Look, there is a demand for debate. Dog therapist for Fiona's dog and his abandonment issue. Oh, wait, sorry, that was something else. Sorry, Greg, to you. Did you demand a particular debate? Let's search real quick through the records. Okay, it's fucking already put in there and I missed it. New studio versus old studio. Interesting. I kind of preferred the simplicity of the old studio in some ways, but honestly, new is always better. New studio for me. Well, I think Case was kind of in a rush to change things. I think 88 Kyle's Power did an excellent job, but also I think, oh my God, don't touch your head like that. I think 88 Kyle's Power did a great job, but for me, you know, there's a reason you don't need a new flavor of Coke. I'm glad we didn't change our... Don't do my voice. I'm glad we didn't change our studio. Yeah, our studio's still looking great. Still the best studio in the game. Best studio at bin. Most graphics. Biggest screens. I mean, we're once in agreement here. I'm going to say old studio. I like it feel a little more open to me. So if a mod doesn't mind making that poll, I'll happily take the side of the old guard. Of the old studio. And that's because you're a fucking hater. Taking all that hard work Kyle did. Spitting on it because you're a hateful man that hates progress. And I honestly don't even need to say anymore. Well, look, no, there's nothing against Kyle. I happen to, I like the open feeling of the previous studio. Case feels a little closed off to me. It's just bigger. The new studio is just bigger. Look at the main shot Case is in. It's essentially the exact same. The same background. It's just, it's so much bigger than the old studio that it seems like Case is crunched down. But actually, it's just a giant, voluminous, $7 billion studio. He already walked that claim back. I can't believe you would take all the hard work of a hard-working man, a laborer, like 88 cows per hour, an honest American doing an honest day's work, and from your fucking ivory tower, you collect the loogie in your mouth, and you see him walking by with the art that he's created, and from your fucking tower, the only piece of good aim you've ever had, you spit. You spit your fucking disgusting loogie, and it rockets down the voluminous heights that you're at that you don't even deserve, and it splats all over his beautiful art project. And then you laugh. You laugh with your disturbing chortle, like a spoiled Disney prince that everyone wants dead, that they hope fucking Goofy stabs through the heart at the end of the movie. That's you right now. Everyone hates you. Okay, that was an insane rant. You took up most of the time. I'm just saying the old studio had a simplicity to it that I appreciated. I think the stream is confusing enough without 45 TVs in the background. And it's not Kyle's fault. Case told him exactly what he wanted. I'm questioning Case's taste in this case. And I find the screen a little for me, it's visually a little too much. And I also don't like the new intro. And I also think Case looked better blonde. You fucking snake. Thank God justice prevails and I fucking win. Throwing the whole damn team under the bus at the last minute. If you were a bus driver, you would be running over orphans. No, that's an insane thing to say. I just have a certain aesthetic taste. I like Case blonde. I like a good simple intro. I like the other one. It had a more hype track to it. And I like a nice open news set design. I like the simplicity of the old. I also kind of like the color red. Fucking gutless liberal like yourself claiming they like the color red. You like it. If you were color grading footage, you would always push it into the fucking cool blues. You want everybody to look like they're in the fucking Matrix, but it's graded against, instead of grading it green, it's graded blue. What are you talking about? Honestly, what are you even talking about? I just said I like the color red. I stand behind everything I just said. I've been editing too much lately. Apparently, no one is following what you just said. People know about cooling footage off, making it blue. Everyone is a content creator nowadays. All of them have to color grade their footage. No one is color grading anything, you psychopath. Everyone is color grading all the time. Every color grade all at once. Your Matrix Revolutions at best. No, if anything, I'm the Matrix game. Oh my God, dunking on your fucking self. Did you just claim that you're the fucking Matrix game? Notoriously unfucking playable? No, I'm the Unreal Engine 5. The Unreal Engine 5 gameplay demo, which blew a lot of people's minds. That's what I'm saying. You're not the fucking Unreal Engine's gameplay demo of the Matrix game. That's not even, you know what? You are that. Because it's going fucking nowhere and it's not even real. You fake fuck. I'm not a fake fuck. I'm the Matrix Unreal Engine 5 gameplay demo. Because I'm high def, everybody wants me, and if anything, I'm a treat that you didn't even know you needed, but now you crave. You're getting fucking upset because you know you're a fucking liar. I hate you. Oh, I fucking eat your hate like it's a fucking bowl of Cocoa Krispies. Staining my milk with your hate, but I slurp it up. I'm sorry for getting heated, everyone. I'm chill. I'm actually very chill. And you're getting upset. You got upset. I don't get upset. I just get loud for fun. I've never been upset on this show for a second. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna shout. You actually get upset though, and I can tell that it tears you up inside. that you can't control your emotions? This man is an emotional lightning rod, completely out of control. Okay. I think that's all the time we're going to have for today. Sorry about that, everyone. No one's going to dull my shine. I'm leaving these fireworks on forever. Keep them on forever. My beautiful fireworks. Stun this man into silence with my excellence. As per usual. Have a beautiful day. We'll be back. You know, we might be back tomorrow. It's kind of unclear if Case has work tomorrow, actually. And we'll talk to you very soon. Oh, we didn't update the score. That's a good point. A very good point. I'll make sure he does. I'll send him a really mean Slack. Now that we're in a new studio, we got Slack to communicate to all employees because people love it. I took a poll amongst the bin contributors and I was like, do you guys like Slack? Overwhelmingly, yes. But I'll make sure he updates the score. Updates the score. Okay. Probably have to stop in about 30 minutes. So let's see what else is going on in the news today. X's new policy risks violating. Okay. You know that I love to read a good old Twitter's bad story. It's the opinion I just can't help but keep agreeing with. Let's see what's going on in the musky world of Twitter. I mean X. There's another call for an expert. Oh my god. Well then, we'll do that. Demand a debate, call for an expert. I only see the one. There was another call for an expert. Where did it go? Badass tutorials. Huh. You know what it was live in season? I was in the pre-stream. I should, you know, I wish there was an easy way to just, there probably is, to turn these things on and off so if I'm not paying attention to the pre-stream, you guys don't waste them. I don't see one though, weirdly. The last one I see is from you. Oh, Badass Tutorials. I was confusing this with several days ago. Well, let's do that then. It's time to use the fucking internet, guys. Let's see if I can find that thread. Threads. Use the internet. There it is. Okay. Let's watch some. Let's watch some internet. And I mean, why bother doing it myself when I haven't used Chet at all today? And I know that he loves to watch. He loves all the memes, guys. He's a meme machine. Let's get him in here. It's time for some big cheddar. It's Chet Manscaped. Whoa, I'm already fucking here. I was here the whole time. Sorry. I snuck the fuck in. Look how much bigger I am than Case. I'm fucking huge, and you're just such a little guy. You're Fiona's dog, basically. But anywho, I'm here to fucking save the stream as usual. Put this stream on my back, like my name's Jack Harlow, putting cities on my back. Like your name's Jack. What are you talking about? I'm a huge Jack Harlow fan, just so you know. Let's fucking use this goddamn internet. Ostrich with Riz. Okay. Sorry, let me load up this internet real quick, and then I will seamlessly use it. Need to impress someone on a date. This is from Wati Among Animals. Oh shit. What the hell? What? Wait, was that ostrich facing the wrong way? Dude, the things these ostriches can do with it just looks like fucking, I don't know if I support that. Because they got legs like the Protoss. What? They got Protoss legs. And it fucking alarms me, dude, because they ain't Protoss. Is it Protoss or Protoss? It depends on how I'm feeling. Like, this shouldn't... Like, this is a fucking Dark Templar. And it snuck onto our planet. We're getting fucking zealot rushed by goddamn ostriches. Oh, shit. Candle's here. Oh, nice. It is kind of hot in here, isn't it? It's Kendall, everybody. Yeah. Back from work. I'm almost done.
Trying to call you.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, there's a.
Oh my god, I have so many texts.
Can I tell them my story
You certainly can.
right now?
Yeah, let's go for it.
There was a spider in the car, and in the car it was on the windshield inside, but it was only hanging out on the left side of the windshield, which is literally me in front of it driving. And I was like, dude, we're cool if you just stay where you are or go to the right side of the car. And it wouldn't. This spider was an explorer of only the left side of the windshield, and it would like literally web down to the dash and then web back up and then web down and crawl around and then like go like right above my head, then web down. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy is exploring, bro.
Is it still in there?
It's still in there. I tried to save it, but it went inside the
Uh-huh.
thing, and I was like, bro, I was literally gonna like place it on like my.
Well, it
like,
just went into your car somewhere.
it went into the car somewhere as I parked.
So it might be fine.
No, but it's gonna die in there. Like, what bugs is it eating? You know what I'm saying?
If a bug crawls into like the AC, can it get out of the car that way?
I mean, it can, but I think it has to like find its way out. But this thing was like setting home up. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It
Well, maybe it'll just survive off the bugs in your car.
In front of the steering wheel on the windshield were 3 webs like this. And I was like, fuck!
So if I'd been in the car, you wouldn't have wanted me to kill it? You wanted it to live?
Well, the thing is, I was alone and I had no idea what to do.
I see.
And I was stressed the entire time driving, hoping it wouldn't land on me.
So you just had to make peace with the spider.
I made peace with it halfway through the car. But every time it would get above me, I'll be like, just go away!
Wow.
I'll be like, go to the right side of the car. Just like chill. And then maybe if it stayed right on the windshield in one single spot, I would be fine. Okay? It was an adventure.
You want to watch TikToks? We're watching TikToks right now.
No, I have to work.
Damn. Sometimes you ask your girlfriend on a date. She just says no. Sometimes you ask her on a really nice date to the TikTok farm. And she says no. But you know who said yes? Suborbital, rating with a party of 10. He said yes. Show me these TikToks. Fine, I'll watch them with Chet. I'll just keep watching them with Chet. He said Chet. Just so you know. Anywho, I mean, I feel like if anything, it's boys' night. I don't know why you're being such a fucking gloomy Gus. When the babes are away, the bros will play. Haha, let's watch some fucking TikToks. Okay. Susan Flash 2023. Wait, you didn't actually flash, did you? I don't know. Maybe you were feeling it. I got scared for a second. Okay, anywho. Wait, what's going on here? Anywho, let's continue to watch the TikToks. We got one for Live and Sleazy coming in. That last one? Whoa. I mean, come on. He's lucky. Let's watch that again. Cause like, let's be real. I thought the dick was gonna come out. And honestly, it's kind of more fucking impressive that he nailed all that shit anyway, pants down. Is it more alpha actually though? If you just fucking boom, cock out, mid flips. If your cock comes out mid flip, people have no choice but to be impressed. I would definitely be impressed by that for sure. Why are you so far from me? You're distracting yourself, chat. Was there a hog in there? This was hogless. This was a hogless run. Hog percent, 0%. Yeah, there's no hog in there. I mean, there's a hog in there. We just ain't getting to see it. But like, mostly, these should be like what? These should be like championship emojis, because this is championship behavior. Pants come down. Not slowed down for a second. Representing Iowa bravely. Don't say my shit. Bravely and proudly. And I say, God bless. Next time, dude, don't even wear the fucking underwear. Let's show them what's up. Fucking nailing a 1060 fucking 1080, baby, like you 1080 snowboarder. Hog out. Just helicoptering. A literal helicopter. Spinning so hard his dick fucking sends him to the rafters. That's the shit I want to see out of this young man, out of this young athlete. Because he should believe in himself. You're saying you want to see his penis because he should believe in himself. That's exactly what I'm saying. Meat spin, exactly. The meat spin. The meat is in, and it loves to spin. All right, that was from Live and Sleazy. That other one that we watched of the ostriches, that was from, why can't I see people's names? Just T. That was from T. ... Thanks to T. ... And of course, thank you to Live and Sleazy, the master mod, and the master of giving us fucking internets to watch. Let's check out this one now. Oh my God. They're not in Vegas, they're in heaven.
Heaven.
What the fuck? Yeah. Oh my God. It's beautiful. Holy shit. Now they're in fucking The Matrix. What the hell? Whoa, they make it look so impossibly big. I guess it just is huge. Whoa, that is an insane effect. That is a legitimately crazy effect. What the fuck? I feel like I'm watching the opening to True Detective, but it's written on the fucking skies. Why are there so many snakes amongst these birds? Why is it all snakes and birds? Well, that's fucking insanity. That's incredibly impressive. And much like I assume heaven will be, it's all scored by U2. That's how you picture heaven? Just scored by U2? Absolutely. You get to the pearly gates. Bono and the rest of them are up there just fucking... The beautiful day. Fucking Jesus is next to him just high-fiving the shit out of Bono. Patting a bunch of starving African kids on the head. Beautiful, man. Heaven. Why are there starving kids still if it's heaven? I mean, Bono can't work miracles. There's still going to be some starving kids. You just said it's heaven. He's next to Jesus. Well, maybe they're less starving now. They shouldn't be starving at all if they're in heaven. I'm just saying Bono's trying. He's in heaven. He's trying to feed those kids. Because he's doing Bono shit. And Jesus is there. They're high-fiving. Everybody's smiling, man. Why are you making this negative? It's just an insane image. And also, I think a lot of people would be pretty disappointed if they had to still listen to U2 in heaven. It's all you listen to in heaven, because it's angels music. I didn't know you were such a U2 fan. You're not? Am I wearing fucking grass shoes today? Do people not like U2? I am not a fan. Of course you're not. Of course. You can't like anything beautiful. You got to look at the sunrise and say, just set already. Ugly fucking sun. I hate this beautiful pink sky. I wish it were fucking cold and gray. I wish it were graded blue. Like I'm grading the Matrix, but grading it blue instead of green. Why do people keep using that as a touch point today? It's an insane analogy. You know what? I'm sorry that you're in therapy or now whatever. You think you can talk down to people. I'm barely in therapy. I'm sure your therapist would love to hear that. Talking down to your therapist as well. Let's do one more internet to try to regain some positivity to this stream, Mr. Blackwell, Mr. Hater. God damn. What's happening here? No more hooded eye slander from Tessa Violet. Okay, this worries me. I don't know what this means. Okay, I'm just worried this is going to be somewhat racial, but maybe that's not a hood. I don't know. Let's just watch it.
I am so tired of hearing people complain about having hooded eyes. You have so much real estate. I could never. We have the cutest eyes. We have the happiest eyes.
What?
Look at how cute I am.
What?
That's you too.
Huh?
I am so tired of
There's
hearing
more to
people
this.
complain about having a dumb bitch, a very dumb bitch. Be a dumb, that's
What?
me, the dumb bitch. A
Dude.
dumb bitch.
This is like watching you in therapy, dude. What's happening?
A very dumb bitch.
This is your internal monologue, dude.
Dumb, that's me, the dumb bitch. A dumb.
Yeah, that does sound like a U2 song to me, App Steve. You fucking hater ass. You hater ass hater. That does not sound like U2. You're doing a great job, bitch. That should be not your internal monologue, but maybe mine. And it is, actually. Are you trying to big me up or are you trying to shit on me? I can't even tell, chat. Why has it got to be one or the other? Sometimes your bros got to roast you to big you up. They're like, yo, you fucking suck. There's a good reason your wife left you. Your kids don't know a fucking thing about you. They had to buy you a birthday present. They'd say, I don't know, he's a complete stranger to me. And then you're like, just kidding, here's a beer. And then your boy gives you a beer, you drink together in a BW3s, and you're chill. What? I'm just saying, male friendships are complicated. And we're friends? Yeah, dude. How could you even ask me that? We're fucking boys, you absolute piece of shit. You fucking pudgy ass little fucking opinion copping fake ass news bitch. I love you, dog. Okay. Well, hey, chat. Thanks so much for reading news with us. This is with the classic news stuff. It's my fucking privilege. And just remember,
Dumb bitch, a very dumb bitch. Be a dumb, that's me, the dumb bitch.
but that's you. Okay. Yeah, that's you. You dumb bitch. And now from what was in fact actually in a modern context was the news, because that of which is happening online and is to be there is in a sense of which the news, because an event is a thing that occurs, and when the uploading of it happens and the eyeballs obtain it in this world, that becomes unto you what I've delivered. And so from all of us, but me speaking at this exact moment, I say I've been Chet Manscape, but don't let the past tense confuse you, because I'll keep being him, and I never stopped, and you stopped, didn't stop. Back to you. I don't know why he feels like he has to do that. Every day before the stream, he really makes a point of being like, do I need to do the tosses? They stress me out. And I'm like, no. Just a straight no. You never had to do that. And then he just does them anyway. Okay, we were going to talk about new policy, risking the right to privacy for millions. Let's do it real quick. Then we'll kick it to the streets, because I haven't done that in a minute. And we'll get out of here. I think, as far as I can tell, you know what? Let's do the unholy act of opening up Slack when I'm not working. Okay, no, I still don't know if I'm working tomorrow. At a certain point, if they don't tell you if you're working, I think you should just assume you're not, right? Anyway, I have no idea when I'm working tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream. I might not be working, in which case I definitely will. But anyway, that means we'll hit up Trent tomorrow. Today we'll hit up Trip on the streets. But first, let's feed him with a little bit of news. Who should I do it with? Who should I talk about Elon Musk with? Well, somebody found another door and is technically on the payroll. Craig. Yeah. Okay, Peter, fine, and congratulations on making it back into the studio. It took a little doing, but I'm back in. Okay, well, here to break down this important X news, it's Peter. Peter Gibbon. It's actually pronounced Peter Gibbon. So good to be in the new studio. Wow, look at this modern marvel of news technology. I'd love to produce in here if you ever want to not have a dog that doesn't understand what they're doing as your producer. I'd rather have the dog. Okay. Let's check in with this important news development about Twitter. Can I be the official new Twitter correspondent? No. We play around. Chetwood's right. Again, male friendship's complicated. We love to razz each other. So let's see what's going on with X. All my exes don't live in Texas. I'm actually from the East Coast. It's not a joke, Peter. It's just associating things. It's not a joke. Okay. Reacting to news that X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, has introduced new privacy policy which allows its user biometric data and access encrypted messages. Oh, it allows X to collect those, to collect your biometric data and access encrypted messages. You know, I'm kind of liking Jeff Ripple's policy of slapping themselves when they kind of gaff on a reading. Do you want to do that? I'm not doing that. Biometric is a broad term which relates to a person's physical attributes and needs to be clearly explained. Yeah, like what biometric data does your phone even have access to outside of mining your other data? I don't know. I guess keep reading. Okay. Even though X's new policy asks users for their consent, there is a real risk that their right to privacy will be violated. I mean, yeah, that seems to be just everything, right? This new policy does not clearly spell out how that data will be stored and what safety measures are in place. With over 500 million users, such a system-wide collection of extremely sensitive data poses a huge security threat and privacy risks. Even more concerning is the provision that X will collect information about the location of users and their private messages. Is that biometric? I thought, like, we're talking, you know, like the temperature of your intestines. I don't think they care about the temperature of your intestines. Well, that's why somebody isn't a multi-billionaire. If you could get the temperature of everyone's intestines on the planet, you would be... That's generational wealth, maybe. You could sell that data for billions. I mean, maybe I guess I just don't know. It's not the first thing I think of when I think of biometric data. Do your intestines even have isn't that just your internal temperature? No, the specific temperature of your lower intestines. Can your phone access that? I don't know. No? Well, then maybe we're safe. No, we're not. I think it's other things happening. Okay. Users' information will be used to train X's machine learning and artificial intelligence modules. Oh, great. We can talk to Brew. We should watch that video again. The AI celebrity assistants featuring Sportsmaster Brew. Anyway, yet users are not explicitly given the option of agreeing that their data should be used for that purpose. X claims to be a platform that promotes freedom of expression. Okay, are we in the editorialization business here on Amnesty International? Maybe we are. With over 5, even more concerning. X claims to be a platform that promotes freedom of expression, but its carte blanche approach to profit making opposes a serious risk to individual rights. Who said this? Who are they quoting? Oh, Michael Kleinman, director of Silicon Valley Initiative Amnesty International. Okay, and we're on that website. Interesting. X is the platform that was previously known as Twitter. Yeah, we know that. So my question is, what biometric data can Twitter? What biometric data does your phone collect? Because if it can tell me how hot my lower intestines are, I would honestly I would buy that data. Why is it lower intestines? I can feel them. They feel too hot. I can feel the heat of them. And move me up on the screen a little bit. Yeah, there we go. They feel too hot, and I don't like it. Your intestines feel too hot? That's kind of crazy, man. Who owns your biometric data? Do Apple and Samsung collect users' biometric data? Okay, let's see. I trust this. Look at this. This is exactly the format of stuff I trust. Since Apple uses fingerprints to download apps from the App Store, I was wondering if they collect our biometric data. Short answer, no. Yes, no, probably not. According to Apple, fingerprint data is used by the Secure Enclave to verify what your fingerprint matches. The Secure Enclave is walled off from the rest of the chip, therefore iOS and other apps don't have access to it. Well, I don't know if I believe that. Let me just quickly search intestine. Okay, nothing there. So far we're safe. iPhone intestine temperature. I'm just Googling this really quick. Because I think people want to know. I think only you care about this. Pro Max users complain of overheating. I don't think they're complaining of their intestines overheating. iPhone 15 Pro Max and Pro Max have overheating problems, say some users. So they're heating up their intestines, maybe. It's the phone. Obviously, it's the phone, Peter. Well. Oh, something was going down in the chat. Well, we both managed to miss it because we're so easily distracted. Well, look, I, for one, welcome Elon Sharma, Musk Senpai, to enter my intestines, take their temperature, and then sell it to the highest bidder. But just can you CC me on whatever email that is? Because, again, I'd say like a good 4 inches right below my rib cage. It's just overheating. Okay. Well, Peter, that's one of the more concise coverings of a story you've managed. So I guess check plus for today. Really? Well, grading on a curve for you. And honestly, me, I'm graded on a very low curve. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for having me. I'll keep sneaking in. There's no getting rid of me. I'm unkillable. And I'm unbeatable. I will haunt this place. I will haunt this place. So I'll be back. I think I prefer Chet's sign-offs, actually. To I'm unkillable and I will haunt this place. But hey, he's gone for now. Crag, dude, right? What? Whoa, Crag, what's you okay, buddy? Yeah. Therapy is making me crazier. You okay? Let's kick it to the streets. Let's fully melt our brains for the day. Why cling to precious sanity points when you can instead kick it to the streets and see what Trip has to say? Which, to be fair, we just haven't checked in with him much lately. My guess is he's doing roughly the same that he's always doing. Can I find his hot opinions, though? Trip has been recording his opinions lately, so... Oh, come on. Damn, alright, we need a new Trip document. That's fine, though. Okay, guys, he's out there on the streets. He's been there for weeks, and we haven't checked in with him. Let's hope he's doing alright. It's time for Trip Bradstein. Why is he always talking about me like I need some dang babysitter? I run these streets. I do fine out here all on my own, and in fact, I'm on these streets, and it's good to see each and every one of you joining me on the mead streets of Bradstein-topia or Central Park. I could be live from New York, or maybe it's right outside Bin Studios. I don't know. All I know is I'm here to collect your opinions, and then with my canine-like opinion nose, sniff them out on these streets. You'd be surprised how many people on these streets share your exact same opinions. And throw them in chat. Usually I can take 3 to 5. So if you see more than like 5 pop up, just know we might have to save you for next time. Because I think Kendall's almost off work. And then Case is like, he's like, oh, I'm in love. I want to hang out. The guy doesn't do any work. Like, get it together, man. Okay, let's see who's out here on these streets today. Excuse me, I'm burping. Ooh. I'm burping my ass off. Okay. Ooh, here comes a fresh looking one. Excuse me, miss. I'm Trip Bradstein. I've been out on these streets for weeks. I haven't been talking to nobody. Wanna cure him a trip of his loneliness, miss? What's that? Well, if it isn't Trip Bradstein. Wow. Big fan. Oh, it's been too long since I heard that. Very kind of you to say, and I hope I'm a fan of you as well, that we haven't met yet, so I don't want to be disingenuous. I'm Trip Bradstein. I know. And, who are you? Well, I'm Cesaro Milano. And listen, I've been meaning to talk to you. Well, that's great news. I've been meaning to talk to you as well. I just didn't know I did. Okay, and track the grammar there. That's fine. Listen, I wanted to make sure that you understand the importance of therapy for your dog. Wait a minute. Cesar Milano's the name of the dog whisperer. Well, we share a love of dog therapy, but I'm not him. I'm a different Cesar Milano. Okay. Listen, dogs are highly sensitive creatures that know when you're shouting "come harder" at your crotch. So if you're really expressing an innate conflict between the perceived societal norm of how hard you're supposed to come and how much you want to come, but the reason, people scream that at their crotch. Sorry, I completely lost you. Could you repeat part of what you just said? Sure, listen. Dogs, are you tracking? Yes, I get what dogs are. They're highly sensitive creatures that know when you're shouting, "Come hard at your crotch," you're really expressing an innate conflict between the perceived societal norm of how hard you're supposed to come and how much you want to come. You said the confusing part real fast. Well, listen up. These perceived differences affect your relationship with your dog and often can result in a borderline personality disorder with your canine. Wait, a personality disorder with your canine? Yeah, I mean, if you're shouting "come harder" at your penis, even though we all get why someone might do that, we do. We get it. But it could really affect your relationship with your dog. Dogs they like scratches behind the ears. They like affirmations and high-pitched voices. Good boy. Good doggy. Good doggy. They like that stuff. Sorry, how do you say good dogs? I'm like, good doggy. Wow, a little guy. Good work at being a dog. I'm appreciating your dogness. Way to go, you're a dog. That's the stuff dogs like. Okay, that tracks. But they don't like it when you shout "come harder" at your penis. That's my only point. It's the only point I wanted to make. Good day, sir. I am, in fact, a big fan. I said that, and I meant it, Trip. I meant it. I'm stuck. Oh, she's stuck. Okay, well, she kind of made sense occasionally. And that means honestly, we're off to a pretty strong start for the day. Let's see who else is out here today. Wow, they're storming in here. It's like, "Trip, we missed you. We've been meaning to talk to you on these streets." And I'd say, "Of course, and I'm ready for you." Okay, well, excuse me, sir, do you mind talking to me? Trip. Trip, my good man.
It's good to see you, Trip. I'm Arnold Butterscotch.
Great. Hello. It's good to see you, Arnold. You mind talking to me for a minute? I'd love to get your opinion. I'd also just like to say, my opinion, my dance card might be full for the day. So if you've got a hot opinion, you can post it, but I might not have time to sniff it out today, but I will sniff it out next time. Just letting people know that my little trippy card is full for the day.
Trip, I'm in the middle of talking to you, man.
And that's a my bad. That's a my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm very interested in what you have to say, Arnold Butterscotch. What's your deal? You got anything on your mind today as you're walking around in this beautiful park with whatever's going on with your face?
Okay, rude, but I feel that when people who abandon their pets, I feel that people who abandon their pets should face criminal charges. At the very least, they should face the chair. At worst, drawn and quartered. People that abandon their pets are the worst, especially if they're French. And not enough people are brave enough to say that. And I want people to be brave. So, no quarter for pet abandoners. Torture them, kill them, slaughter them. Perpetrate violence upon them like you're a medieval despot for abandoning your pets.
I mean, I'm certainly no fan of abandoning your pets. They trust you. It's they're kind of pure beings, and it is a great cruelty. I don't know if slaughtering people who do that is going to teach the lesson you're hoping it does.
There can be no forgiveness for them. For the pet abandoners. The only thing that can await them is pain. For too long, they've stood at the top of society, throwing their pets down to the ground, storming away from their pets, throwing their pets into firehouse baby chutes, saying, "Abandoned!" They scream it, the rich and
Powerful.
Whoa, what's going on with your voice?
Just talking about the rich and powerful. And I'm not standing for it anymore, Trip. I'm against it. Officially, I'm one of the
Brave ones.
coming out against it, and I'm saying no more.
You're alarming me with the way that you talk.
Well, the truth is never easy to swallow. But sometimes you gotta grab the truth by the base and swallow as hard as you can.
Okay, well, I think I get what you're saying. You don't like it when people abandon pets.
That's really all I'm saying is I don't like that and kill everybody who does it violently, really violently, but the worst ways.
Okay, yeah, that's the other part of what you're saying. Thanks so much, Arnold Butterscotch. A very sweet name for a pretty violent guy.
I'm not violent. Pet abandoners are violent, and I'd like to see their limbs, Mortal Kombat style, explode off their bodies. I'm Butterscotch Arnold, but reversed. Arnold Butterscotch!
Yeah, that's Arnold Butterscotch. And that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's see who else is out here today. Maybe it was a Halloween mask. I always assume I'm talking to deities and demons and aliens, but it could just be a guy with a cheap Halloween mask. And then there's no reason for me to fear them or be in awe of them the way that I often am. So I appreciate that comment. It's sort of tethering me back to reality. And let's see if this guy can help with that as well. Excuse me, sir, I'd love to get your opinion. Do you have any? Hello, Treep. I'm Coco Swiss, miss, and I've been trying to get a hold of you for about your car extended warranty. What's that? I'm Coco Swiss, miss, and I've been trying to get a hold of you about your car's extended warranty. Okay, what about it? Well, I heard you had one, and I need to talk to you about the warranty. Were you aware yours may have expired? If you don't have a car, we still need to make sure you have a warranty, or you're really at risk. Sorry, are you a bot? I just want to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Trip, are you aware that you have a car, but no warranty on the car? And at this point, it could be a great risk to you to continue driving without your car's extended warranty. Is now a good time to talk? I definitely don't want to not have a warranty on my car. I'm pretty sure I do, though. Trip, I've reviewed your records from the car company. Can you confirm the car company from which you purchased your car? It's a Subaru. Great, I had that in my records as well. Could you confirm the last 4 digits of your credit card number? No. Who are you with again? I'm with your car's extended warranty, and I'd like to inform you that our records indicate that you do not have an extended warranty. Is now a good time to talk? You're a bot. You're a bot, and I'm not giving you any of my credit card information. But I would really like to talk to you at this time about your car's extended warranty. You're a fucking bot, and I refuse to be swindled. That's really kind of you to say. What? Would you like me to repeat what I asked? No. No? Great, then let's continue. I would really like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. I've heard that you don't have one. Did you know that actually puts you at great risk? If you could confirm the last 4 digits of your credit card number, and then the first 12, then I can get right on that for you. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm sensing that you don't have time to talk right now. Is there a time that would be better for me to call back? I'm usually free around like 3 on Wednesdays. It's where I take a long lunch, so you could call me then. Great. I'll call you back at 3 on Wednesday about your car's extended warranty. I'm a big fan, Trip. Honestly, I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. It's a real honor to talk to you. You know, you really worked me through some things. I lost my brother recently. What? Huh? Okay, look, there's no time to dissect that. I've got to keep moving. I've got to talk to everybody on these streets. Oh my god, his accent's bleeding into mine. Unacceptable. Let's talk to the next person. Who else is out here? Oh, jeez, what is this thing? Sorry, I'm just seeing some things that I'm... Okay, whatever. Let's talk to this guy. Great, let's talk to you. Excuse me. Oh, no. Excuse me, person, place, or thing. Would you like to talk to me?
Hi, Trip.
I'm Technomagnicus. It's me, it's Technomagnicus Musk.
Great, Techno. I heard you were born recently. I'm surprised you're already so adult, but it's great to talk to you.
Yes, I'm one of Elon Musk and Grimes' 3 children. I have Benjamin Button disease.
Oh, that wasn't reported. Just your crazy name.
Indeed. My mom is suing my dad for parental rights. I think whichever one can say my name and my siblings' names.
What the hell? Did you just speak in tongues? Are you... sorry, someone on the streets looks very concerned. Anywho, what?
Well, whoever can pronounce their names correctly should get custody. That's my opinion.
Okay, are you upset about your name?
What's wrong with my name?
Well, it's just kind of silly for a human to have the name Technomachinicus.
It's pronounced Technomachinicus.
There's no way it's pronounced that way.
I am that, and I would know what mine own name is.
How are you pronouncing it? Sorry.
Technomachinicus.
That almost sounds Greek or something.
Technomachinicus.
I think you're saying it differently every time.
I say it perfectly, for it is mine.
Okay, so you're not mad about the name.
Why would I be? It's a gift to me from Great Father.
From Elon Musk?
Great Father has bestowed unto me this name. And now, all the kids on the playground are so jealous.
They're jealous of your name?
Yes, for they wish they had names like Bulldozer, Frankenstein,
And
Mighty Morphin Power, Grabber.
those are the names kids want?
Yeah, and I got a name like that, and everyone's so jelly.
Okay, do you ever get to hang out with Mr. Musk?
No,
Oh, even though he's your dad?
I don't see him.
Oh, why not?
He is busy.
Okay, does that make you upset?
What is this, therapy? Ha 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 ha. JK therapy is healthy for humans of all ages.
Okay, I feel like I should have more questions for you, but I just don't.
Oh,
Yeah, I just don't.
I mean, I know a lot of stuff. I'm Elon Musk's Benjamin Button Robo Baby.
Yeah, but I just, I meet some crazy people out here. Did you know there's a guy or gal who wanted people to get killed for abandoning their pets?
I couldn't agree less. Abandon all pets. The rich do not take care of your animals.
What the fuck? Okay. Well, I disagree.
Abandon all pets. They are a strain on society, offering no value. Make them fend for themselves if they're so great.
The rich really do hate pets, which is not an opinion I've ever had or true, but I am saying it, and I guess that means I believe it.
Okay.
Well, hey, thanks for talking to me, Techno.
My pleasure. Though my time on Earth has been brief, I am in fact a huge fan. Huge fan, Trip. Huge fan.
Someone was chasing that baby. Okay. Oh no. Well, let's end it off. Let's end it off with this one. Oh, I see another opinion. Hey, I'm gonna save some opinions for next time, just so you know. I'm scanning for all the remaining opinions. Just know I'm out of time, but I'm saving this opinion for later, and that's coming in hot. From Quit Twitching, which is, classic advice that Case apparently will never follow. All right. Oh my God, there's something coming that I don't want to talk to, but I feel I have no choice. For I have a mouth, and so I can scream. What's your opinion? Hi. Hey, what's up, Trip? How you doing, homie? Wow, you're bringing some techno machinicus out of my voice. Hello. Hi, homie. How's it going? Fine. How are you? That's pretty good. Having a good Tuesday. I have the day off. Great. Anywho, you're Trip Bradstein? Oh, that's correct. I am him. Are you, is that okay? I mean, why wouldn't it be? I'm a big fan. Listen, I call you Triponomics because when I want to check the value of my day, I check it with Trip and I say the value's high. I'm a big fan. That's nice to hear. I like you too. Okay, nice. That means a lot. Okay, well look, I'm Sam Hot Salad Sampson. Okay. And I'm happy that more people are going to therapy these days. I personally own several Applebee's and Dr. Chat's franchises. That's a franchise? Yeah, it's a franchise of therapists. It's a therapist franchise. They're new. It's an emerging market, and I'm trying to corner that ass, if you know what I mean. Anywho, they basically print money. So it's almost as if people with bad food habits always have bad life choices. So if you put the Applebee's, right next to the Dr. Chat therapy franchise, that's just a license basically to print money. I'm rich forever, Trip. I'm rich forever.
That money will always be one. I'm rich.
Okay, so what made you think to do therapy franchises? I was looking around at people and I was like, these people aren't happy. It's like I could taste their pain. I could taste it, and I wanted it to be both gone, but mine. Cause that's a human feeling that you had because of how human you are. I mean, hey, I'm as human as the next concept, but mostly I was like, well, there's no if you trust McDonald's, you trust the Golden Arches because it's a franchise with a consistent product, then really therapy could be the same. So what I did was I contracted a bunch of therapists to, meet a certain metric of quality, by kind of pulling from a similar, we'll call it a similar, people with similar tastes. And so that's why if you go to a Dr. Chase franchise, there will in fact be a truly licensed and confirmed Dr. Chase ready to ask you any questions about be they your Applebee's dining habits, or your relationship with your parents, or they'll they'll aggressively confront your delusions. Delusions is an interesting word. Like if I were to say, it looks like you're wearing a demon on your head. Is that a delusion? Well, I mean, I'm not a Dr. Chase, though. Who am I to say? But I would just say,
I can taste a lot of pain inside you, Trip.
okay. Well, did you trap a bunch of souls in a therapy franchise? Did you suck souls out of hell and put them into cloned mortal bodies? And now there's an army of demon therapists across America? I'm just putting two and two together here. A trip. That's so crazy. That'd be a crazy thing to have happen. That would be
Fucking crazy.
okay. Well, thanks so much for talking to me. It's been enlightening. Indeed. Enlightenment is in the eye of the beholder. And I should know a thing or two about eyes. Some people say I got plenty of them. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for talking to me. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'm so okay. I get it. Sorry. I was just kind of throwing it. I'm having a good time, so I thought maybe you wanted to keep chatting, but that's fine. Okay. I'll see you later. Hey, if you're feeling down, turn that frown, chest side down. I got to work on that catchphrase, but I think it's going to be huge. I think this is going to be huge, Trip. Oh. It could. That's a great point, John G-Man 5. It could be an alien situation. My brain went to demon from a different realm, but it could very easily have just been a harmless alien friend, which for some reason relaxes me more. Okay, well look, I'm Trip Bradstein. I've been off the streets for too long, but I'm back on them, and in fact, I wasn't off them. You want to know why? Because I never leave. I see Gunshade the First posting something, and we're saving that opinion for next time. I grabbed 2 of these hot opinions that we'll have to use in the future. Because right now, I'm just tired. I mean, I'm off practice. I'm off street practice, so I gotta go take a nap in that bush. Something about being around that last person sucked all the energy straight out of me. Not their fault. I think I'm just, I'm out of practice because Case hasn't been streaming enough. But just know this. I love you. I love these streets. I love your opinions. I'm never getting off of them. In fact, I'm staying right on them 24/7 a day, sleeping in bushes, asking questions at trees. My mind is unbound, and I can get opinions out of anything, even that guy on the bike, all of these people. I'm sucking their opinions straight out of their brains, and I'll be back and back again, and I'll never stop. Goodbye. What the hell? I might need more therapy after today. All right, guys. I said I was going to vote on Fiona's dog, but I think I got to go. So Fiona's dog survives to fight another day. Oh, goody.
Yay, that's, yeah, great.
Are you feeling down after your therapy session?
No, I think it's helping. I think it'll help eventually. I think it'll help.
Sure. I mean, therapy is for everybody, right? Let's see who is on to raid away. Oh, Fiona's on. Well, hey, that makes it so easy. It's Fiona time, unless she's about to get off. How long has she been streaming? She does.
I saw
48 minutes.
I saw
Boy, she really is a master of
transport operators, including
being on the same schedule as me.
RATP, the Metro.
Okay. She's always about to get off. It's possible. Hey, just let her know that her dog's in therapy. Let her know that her dog has had to get into therapy because of the abandonment issues. And just whatever way you want to tell her that. And, really make her feel bad about it. I got your back, dog. You see what I'm doing?
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Nah, they're going to do it. Don't worry.
I just really don't have to. I mean, because I'm in therapy, I've kind of chilled out a lot, and I don't need to take my stuff out on other people.
Wow, the therapy is really doing a number.
Yeah, not cool case, exactly.
I mean, I'm just saying if you want to do that, chat, you can. In the meantime, I'm getting out of here for the day. Have fun with Fiona. I can't tell if I can stream tomorrow, but if I'm not working, I definitely will. And so far, I can't tell if I'm working. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. Bye-bye.